Good afternoon, and today we have the very talented, charming, and creative Mr. Mohinder Prasad Joshi with us. So, Mr. Joshi is an author and column writer in various newspapers and magazines. He has an MPhil from Kathmandu University, and he did his master's in liberal arts and diploma in cinematic arts from the United States. He also has written and published a novel, Rocking Rolling Ropa, No America Experience Nepal, which is one of the best selling novels on Amazon. Currently, he is associated with various colleges in Nepal,
Hello?
including ACE Institute of Management. Sir, welcome to this
होइन
live session of Creativity Enhancement
मैले
and Living
यहाँनिर होस्ट
Lifestyle
पार्टी त्यो गर्नु पर्यो नि त
presentation.
सेयर
Thank you
गर्नु
very
पर्यो नि
much.
त
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
So, sir, would you like to give us a brief
फाइबरमा तिम्रो
introduction
नेट
about
छैन
yourself?
Yes, Sudiksha, thank you very much. You covered most of
मैले
my
के
things.
अरे टिचरलाई पनि फोन
Basically,
गरेर एक्सेप्ट
I'm a
गर्नु
creative writer. I have this published book named Rocking Rolling Ropa. And talking about can I jump into the topic for today? Because most of the introduction you have already covered. There's nothing much. I like to eat spicy food. I think that's what you missed. Apart from that, I don't remember. You covered that all. So today the topic is the creative enhancement and living lifestyle. So let me tell you something about creativity, then we'll go to and show you what is creativity. Creativity is such a, simple term, but at the same time it could be very vague. Okay, creative thinking is just imagination. The imagination is already inside you, and how you can take it out. That is creative and imagination. So human, okay, when we compare our intellectual level with animals, we are more creative because we have imaginative power. Let me give you an example. Okay, if let's say from nowhere we want to be a little creative about the moon. Okay, and I walked with you and I show you the moon and I pointed at the moon, and all of you will look at the moon easily and will start doing something creative. But if I do the same thing to the dog will look at my fingertip. It will not look at the moon. So that's why creativity is inside humans already. And the imagination, you have to blend that with innovation. So when you innovate your imagination, then start brainwashing. Okay, what you have to write, just sit down, take your cool head under your soldiers, and then hypothesizing. Okay, because it's all about imagine and just going out of the box thing. Okay, and that's why the blend of there are so many literal elements which you can use, like metaphors, similes. You can go for analogy, allegories. You can use a little bit of satire. These are all the literal elements. If you can use this and everything goes well, you become creative. And basically, being a creative writer and being a fictional writer, when I create the character itself, I have to think a little out of box and tell you it should connect with your life. And creativity will help you to tell the story in a better way. Because I know most of you have read my book also. Now I've told you, so I came to know that. So this is what about creativity and lifestyle. We'll talk about that. We'll try to blend that with the creativity senses as the topic demands. And lifestyle is what you live. Let's say today we'll just talk about the 24 hours spare. What you are doing in this time.
Thank you for your amazing definition of creativity.
Thank you very much.
Ask you a question that can you define the relationship between critical and logical thinking?
Absolutely, critical and logical thinking. We cannot think about creative if you are not logical. Okay, that's one aspect. But I will give you an example also. I'll not try to confuse you. So in so many cases, because that's why when it comes to writing, there are different genres. Okay, let's say if I'm writing a social drama, let's say I have to blend my logic. I have to blend logic with the creative writing. So I cannot just show you people flying in the sky and moves. I cannot get that done because, but when it comes to the genre of, let's say I'm writing a fairy tale, in that case, I can be super creative, but I don't have to follow the concept of logic. I can make an elephant dance. Okay, I can make, if you have read the story in our BBA also, they were like a parrot was, crying and dousing the fire. So I don't have to literally blend the logic on that one. So in some cases, how creativity can be challenged in, in so many Tollywood movies and Bollywood movies up to a certain action level. We can take it, okay? Because I watched a lot of movies and where the titles yourself said how they are challenging physics. Okay, I remember one movie sequence where you might have watched that is like going viral on YouTube also. Like though they have not used logic at all over there. There's one guy, he's painting heart with the paint, and then he throws that the heart gets activated and somebody comes to life and somebody is dying in the fire and they just wakes up. So it cannot be blended. So that's not creativity. So if your genre is already described, yes, at that time, you can decide whether you have to use logic or not. So in my case, when I written my Rocking Rolling Roll, I have to be very careful that I cannot jeopardize the logic. I have to be logical all the time, even when it comes to the basic adequate eating also. That's why, somebody might say, just because of the sake of being creative, you have just mismanaged all your lifestyle and this is not good. So in that part, you have to be very careful. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm going to hand over to PP for the next question.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So now my question is, do you think that creativity is part of human nature, or is it something that must be learned and nurtured?
All right, yeah, that's a very amazing question, and that's actually a very confusing question. Can creativity can be nurtured, or is already part of human beings? See, I would say creativity up to a certain level is something you get from your life, because I've already given you the example of dog and a man. Okay, if you are born as a human, you already have creativity, but not necessarily when you put that in a meter. Some people the creative level might be high, some people might be low. So if you believe in the inherent abilities of people that is actually transferred from the genes, hormone of your parents, if they are creative, if they are in the creative field, that might be transferred to you and you tend to become more creative. But having said that, I will not deny the fact that they cannot be nurtured, but when it came to me, my dad happens to be a teacher back in school, and he was very creative. He has also written some books. So I think some way, my creativity, that's why I work and all those. So in that case, my creativity was a little higher than others. That's why I'm here with the book and all those. But having said that, some people they have to practice a lot. They have to keep on writing, and when it comes to when we analyze that, when we compare that one, yes, it can be nurtured, but it will take more time for who are not, naturally, you'll start showing up. Let me give you my example. When I was in class 6, back in my school, NEPAL VS AMERICA, there was an opening that we have to submit poems, okay? And then at that point, I thought I'm creative because I was cracking jokes. I was loaded with sense of humor. I was a little logical at times. I thought, that's the first time I ever wrote my first poem. I still have that one. If you want, I'll show that to you. Okay? And I gave that to the management. And out of, I think that day, 500 poems, 5 of them, mine was also there. So at one point, I thought that I was a little gifted when it comes to creativity. But later on, my friends whose poems were not selected, they are doing wonderful in their careers, not really creative. But, they can be taught and they can be done. So it will take extra time from my point of view.
Okay, thank you so
The
much.
next question we have is, let me take an example here. Suppose you made something and it is obvious that few people might find it interesting and creative while few people might not. So is it due to the different understanding methodologies of different people, or one should try making it simpler?
Absolutely, because when I happen to write, that's why when it comes to creativity, there is no meter, if you have this much of formula, if you match this much of because when I was reading a review of my book, some people were writing this so creative, it's so amazing, but at the same time, some people were saying it's just a normal story. So yes, it might not necessarily depends on the people's expectation and what they are thinking about that. So creativity is all audience perspective. But having said that, if you have when you are going out of the box, when you try to be creative, you have done a little bit more. And for that, we can do a little survey. Let's say, because if I just ask 2 random person and they say it's not creative at all, but later on I cannot make that perception that just by listening to two people, I cannot say that it's not creative. So for that one, let's take, okay, because I'm just making this number right now, impromptu. Let's say, let's talk to 50%, okay? And out of them, let's say if the majority says it's not creative, it's something very normal, and if they can give you some idea, yes, it's not creativity, but if you just, let's say you came across 5 people with no sense of creative ideas, and they just say it's just a rash writing, and you start getting frustrated. No, let's do a survey, and let's say out of 50 people, let's say 35 said is no, it's not creative, then you can judge that one.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, so is it like there is fear of judgment in creativity? So how do you explain it?
Sorry, can you repeat that for me once again?
There is fear of judgment in creativity.
There is what? Judgment?
Fear of judgment.
Fear of judgment, absolutely. Because when you write something creative, when I published my first book, Rocking and Rolling Roll Bar, I was like always fearful because just again, it just depends on the audience which you are giving. Because some people just said it's just a normal story of Nepal. There's nothing much to learn about that. But on that part, the trick, my book became so successful because I blended 2 different cultures. Okay, and if they can be judgmental on the Nepalese lifestyle, then there is American lifestyle for them to not be judgmental. So yes, people can be judgmental on, if you have already experienced, and some people might be a little higher on their understanding as compared to you. They can be judgmental, and some people are, a little biased. Okay, they can be a little prejudice and be judgmental. So if somebody is judgmental, from the onset, because if I happen to give my book to somebody and they already has made a judgment that this book is not going to be good, just looking at the title itself, I cannot help it. So yeah, judgmental is everywhere, but the real verdict will come until and unless the real picture is done and it's does their creative senses and they came with a decision.
And sir.
Yes, please.
तर हामी चाहिँ धेरै कस्तो पाइरहेको हुन्छ भनेपछि जो मान्छेले अलिकति क्रिएटिभिटी हुन्छ, जस्तै कोही एउटा राम्रो पेन्टर छ अथवा राम्रो सिङ्गर छ भनेपछि ऊ ओपन अप भइरहेको हुँदैन, एक्सप्रेस भइरहेको हुँदैन नि। सपोज अब फ्रेन्ड सर्कलमा भनौँ भनेपछि एकअर्काले फोर्स गाना पेन्टिङ बना पार्ट लिन ले भनेर, तर उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो घरभित्र चाहिँ एकदम ऊ पर्फेक्ट हुन्छ कि त्यस्तो खालको मान्छे जो एकदम क्रिएटिभ छ तर एक्सप्रेस हुन सकिरहेको छैन, उसको लागि चाहिँ कस्तो सजेस्ट गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ हजुरले?
क्रिएटिभ मान्छेहरू अलिकति डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छन् बिकज उनीहरूलाई अब फेरि यसमा पनि तिमीले भनेको चाहिँ 2टा नेचरको मान्छे भयो, एउटा इन्ट्रोभर्ट भयो, एउटा एक्सट्रोभर्ट भयो। अब एक्सट्रोभर्टको क्रिएटिभको कुरा गरेन, हामीले इन्ट्रोभर्टको कुरा गर्यो जो आफैसँग रहन चाहन्छ। उनीहरूलाई अब उनीहरूमा त्यो कला छ तर बाहिर देखाउन चाहन्न। अब त्यसकोलाई कसरी निकाल्ने त? अब जस्तै क्लासमा पनि कहिलेकाहीँ हुन्छ नि ब्याक बेन्चर, तिमी पनि एउटा ब्याक बेन्चर पेपर राम्रो होइन। अब त्यसमा कहिलेकाहीँ गीत गाउने कुरा भयो भने अब उसलाई चाहिँ थाहा छ हामीलाई कि ऊ राम्रो गीत गाउँछ तर ऊ ओपन अप हुँदैन। एन्ड तर अब जब अगाडि आएर गाउन थाल्छ, ल यो त कहाँ लुकिरहेको ट्यालेन्ट थियो भने अब त्यही भएर अब रियालिटी सोजहरू कसरी आयो त? अब आर्थर गन भनौँ न, उसले पनि त एउटा सायद अब हामीले अहिले चिन्छौँ अब दिवेश आर्थर गन पनि त एउटा लुकिरहेकै कला थियो होला, उसको नेपाली गीतहरू त्यति आएको थिएन। त्यो एउटा प्लेटफर्म पायो, त्यो प्लेटफर्ममा अब कसले पुर्यायो कसरी पुर्यायो भनेर पनि उसले गयो, एक्सपोज गर्यो, त्यसपछि उसमा कन्फिडेन्स बिल्ड हुँदै गयो कि मान्छेहरूलाई एउटा यस्तो डर हुन्छ कि ला मैले यो केही गर्यो भने नराम्रो पो हुने हो कि, किनकि रिस्क टेकिङ एउटा हेबिट हुँदैन। अब सानै कुरा गर्दाखेरि पनि जस्तै मैले एउटा पोएम लेख्या हुन्छ तर त्यो देखाउँ कि नदेखाउँ, साथीहरूले केही भन्छन् कि भन्ने त्यो अब म सैनाकोमा जोड्न चाहन्छु, त्यो मान्छेहरू जजमेन्टल भइदिन्छन् कि अब यसले के लेख्यो होला, चोरेको होस् तैँले, त्यस्तो भन्ने हुन्छ। त्यो एउटा कन्फिडेन्स निकाल्नुपर्छ उनीहरूलाई। अब हुन्छ नि, फेरि अर्को कुरा गर्दाखेरि आफै भित्रको क्रिएटिभिटी लुकिरहेछ कि, त्यही भएर अब केही आफूलाई मनपर्छ भने त्यसलाई गर्ने। अहिले अब हुन्छ नि, अब युट्युबमा भिडियोजहरू राखेर पनि मान्छेले कति राम्रो गरेछन्। अब टिकटकको नराम्रो कुरा धेरै छ होइन, अब राम्रो कुरा गर्दाखेरि टिकटकबाट मान्छेहरू त्यो एउटा क्रिएटिभिटी इन्हान्स भएर स्टार भएको पनि धेरै इक्जाम्पलहरू छ। अब कति मान्छेहरूले अब हुन्छ नि मैले पनि अब बुक लेख्दाखेरि छाप्ने कि नछाप्ने भन्नेमा मलाई एकदम त्यो दुविधा थियो होइन अब छापौँ कि नछापौँ फेरि छापौँ नराम्रो भयो भने त बर्बाद हुन्छ पहिलो बुकमै अब कन्फिडेन्स हुँदैन त्यसपछि घरमा यसो सल्लाह गर्दाखेरि अनि एक दुईजना यो पियर रिडर आफ्नै साथीभाइहरूलाई पढाएर दिँदाखेरि चाहिँ यो त छाप्नुपर्छ भने उनीहरूले कन्फिडेन्स दिए त्यो बुक छापेपछि अब मलाई दोस्रो बुक तेस्रो बुकको लागि एटलिस्ट कन्फिडेन्स आयो भनेपछि अब यसमा चाहिँ अरू होइन अहिलेको जमानामा त मैले एउटा क्लासको अगाडि गीत गाएँ नराम्रै भए पनि के गर्छन् होइन साथीहरूले अहिले जुत्ता त हान्दैनन् होइन अहिले उनीहरूले त अब केही नभए पनि पछि जिस्काउलान् होइन उनीहरूले नराम्रो सिङ्गर भनेर भन्ला त्यो आफ्नो ठाउँमा छ तर देखाउने अनि कसैले थाहा छ भनेपछि जस्ट लाइक उसलाई थाहा छ कि यो मान्छेमा यो पेन्टिङको क्रिएटिभिटी छ अब उसको क्रिएटिभिटीले तिमीलाई पनि फाइदा हुन्छ भनेपछि एउटा यसलाई एउटा लगानीकै रूपमा ल्याउन ल यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ बरु म तिमीलाई यो किनिदिन्छु या यसरी गरौँ त्यसलाई राम्रो गर्ने हुन सक्छ त्यही हो क्रिएटिभिटीलाई अब इन्ट्रोभर्ट मान्छेले खोजेर अब केही प्रमोट गरेर आफूलाई हुन्छ नि गर्दा हुन्छ नभए एक्सट्रोभर्ट पर्सन त क्रिएटिभ छ भने उनीहरूले त पुरा राम्रो गरि नै हुन्छ केही क्रस
हजुरले कुरा गर्दा कुरामा आइहाल्यो हजुरको बुझाइमा चाहिँ सर इन्ट्रोभर्ट र एक्सट्रोभर्ट भन्नेको चाहिँ के बुझ्नु भएको छ सर हजुरले
अब इन्ट्रोभर्ट भनेको अब म चाहिँ अब सिम्पल गर्दा इन्ट्रोभर्ट भनेको अब उनीहरूमा ट्यालेन्ट छ उनीहरू चाहिँ त्यति एक्सप्रेसिभ हुँदैनन् अब हाम्रै क्लासमा पनि एउटा क्लासमा 48 स्टुडेन्ट हेर्दाखेरि 20जनाहरू चाहिँ अब जब उनीहरूको एक्जाममा मैले अब पेपर चेक गर्छु वाह यार यस्तो खतरा लेख्दो रहेछ क्लासमा केही बोल्दैन थियो इन्ट्रोभर्ट भित्रै कुरा राख्ने अब एउटा हुन्छ नि गिटार भयो भने उनीहरू एक्लै बसेर रमाइदिनु एक्सट्रोभर्ट भनेको अब तिमीलाई म एउटा एक्सट्रोभर्टकै क्वालिटीमा राख्छु होइन पुरा अब धेरै अर्गनाइजेसन धेरै क्लबहरूमा पनि जाने सोसियल क्लबहरू यो पनि यो क्लब पनि भनौँ त्यसमा गएर उनीहरू चाहिँ बोल्न रुचाउने आफूलाई एक्सप्रेस गर्न चाहने अब तर अब फेरि यसमा चाहिँ रिसर्चले चाहिँ आई डोन्ट नो को बढी सक्सेसफुल हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ भएको छैन तर अब अहिले चाहिँ सायद यसको बिचको पनि आएको छ इन्ट्रोभर्ट भयो एक्सट्रोभर्ट पनि भयो अब यसको बिचको एम्बिभर्ट भनेर पनि भन्छ क्या त्यसलाई चाहिँ एम्बिभर्ट मान्छेहरू चाहिँ अब धेरै हुन्छन् उनीहरू काम परेको ठाउँमा बोल्ने काम पर्यो भने अब ल पार्टीहरूमा नाच्नु पर्यो केही ब्याकग्राउन्ड मिल्यो भने राम्रो पनि गरिदिने भएन भने 1-2 महिना नबोलेर पनि बस्ने एम्बिभर्ट पनि हुन्छ सो मेरो बुझाइ चाहिँ त्यही हो अहिले चाहिँ इन्ट्रोभर्ट एक्सट्रोभर्ट एम्बिभर्ट पनि हाल्नु एम्बिभर्ट चाहिँ बिचको सबैसँग मिल्ने सिचुएसन अनुसार
थ्याङ्क यू सर थ्याङ्क यू
वेलकम भवेश
सर अब अर्को क्वेसन चाहिँ डु यु थिङ्क यु कुड एभर लिभ अ लाइफ वेयर यु कुडन्ट बी क्रिएटिभ
Okay, creative, as I've always said, it's been transferred from the genes and hormonal things. Okay, so whatever I'm doing, you know, it just comes as a habit to me. So there is no question about, I cannot say that, okay, today I will not make any day. Today I will plan my day by not being creative. Okay, even when I try to sleep also, my mind will be trying to be creative. Okay, when I see some dreams also, because I've been thinking so creative, it will not let me go. So there is no question that, you know, people cannot live a life without being creative if they are already creative. Some people, you know, again, I said there is no meter to judge people whether people are creative or not. So in that case, I always try to think there is one saying, do ordinary thing in an extraordinary way. So whenever I'm writing, I just jot down the notes first of all. I just jot down rampant, and then what I do is then I just think like how I can present this one. So which one should I go first? Try to get that creative sense. So I cannot help. Okay, if you bet also, okay, just try to not to be creative. You know, even when I close my eyes, my mind will start being creative. It will start thinking something different, and you know when I'm so it's already in my gene. It's already in somebody's gene who are creative, so they cannot live a life without being creative if they are already creative in certain level.
Okay, thank you, sir. So another,
sure.
Does living lifestyle have any impact on one's ability to think creatively?
Absolutely. You know, when everything is guided by your surrounding, okay, a surrounding is where you are living. So when you have creative people around, it can be definitely guided. So living lifestyle, sometimes, you know, let's talk about more like a medical term. If you are getting a good, for a good mind, soul and body, you need good rest. So when you are having a good rest due to your lifestyle, your mind can function better. So when your mind is functioning better, you can get more creative. So when I try to be creative, I don't follow any schedule because I have my own schedule. If you want me to change that, I cannot get that done. If I change my lifestyle, my creative will enhance. Because if you ask me, I tend to be creative after at night time. Okay, after 10, there is everybody has slept, and I just open my computer or have my notebook and start jotting down feelings. So now, if I change my lifestyle and so due to some pressure, and if they ask me to, I have to sleep at night early and then wake up early and start writing, I cannot help it out. I've tried that one, but it did not help. So lifestyle definitely helps. It sometimes goes with your food habits also. If you are eating too much of spicy and obviously if you're eating crappy food, it will affect your health. So health is connected to your brain, so it cannot function. So everything is interconnected. So lifestyle, not only for creativity. So if your lifestyle, anything, when you are reading, when you are doing assignments, sometimes you must have felt that. I remember giving you your final assignment as story writing, and some people came with so amazing stories. I don't know, that might be due to the particular lifestyle, their dormant lifestyle they were having in this pandemic. Okay, they have all the time in the house and they were getting nice rest, and they were getting some good food, and their mind started working much. So due to lifestyle, yes, it can definitely help in creating.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, last question from this side. What are some of the things that you do on a daily basis in order to maintain your lifestyle?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question for me once again?
What are some of the things that you do on a daily basis in order to maintain your lifestyle?
Okay, there's no creativity added, so the question gets a little simpler. Okay, for my lifestyle, this changes depends on what is my schedule. My Saturday lifestyle is totally different than my Monday to Friday, but now every day is like Saturday due to this lockdown and stuff. But now all those online classes and this type of session, telling you about this particular session, I was so excited. Trust me, this was like the biggest break after in this pandemic. So today my lifestyle has totally changed. I was really excited. Okay, I think I have to look good. Okay, I have to, but at in the nick of the time, the internet goes up again, so, I have to improvise. So in the regular basis, so it just depends. If I tell you about the lifestyle during this lockdown, okay, no matter if my parents scold me or not, I will wake up at 9. I cannot help because I sleep at 3 or 4 in the morning because that's time how it goes. And then, I feel like eating, I don't know, it must be happened to all of you all. When you have nothing to do, when you have not consumed any energy, I don't know what is the science behind this. You tend to feel hungrier all the time. And I'm like, all try to eat. And the thing is, my lifestyle is I put a lot of workout in my schedule. That's why, this is my transferable room, and I have this is actually a mini gym. I work out. I try to burn calories. Okay, let's see. Okay, I try to be healthy. So this lifestyle has really helped me going with my creative mind. So the conclusion I'm trying to say, it just depends on what day. Because if I have to report 7. Okay, barely I was late, maybe 5 minutes late, you understand that. So at that time, I have to sleep at 11. So at that time, the total lifestyle is changed. But my ideal lifestyle is I'm more like a late night person and not a morning person at all. So that's my ideal lifestyle.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
And sir, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
As being a one of Israel, also I know that you passed your graduate level from USA, I guess. And seeing that flag collection in your leather jacket, we can note that you have traveled to many places in the world, many countries.
Sure.
One thing I like to ask that, what difference in the lifestyle of our country and other country you find traveling the whole country, especially living in America for the long time? Let's take one country as a old group. What difference you find in living in Nepal and in America in terms of lifestyle?
Okay, I think we need like 5 hours session to answer this question, but I'll try to wrap up within 5 minutes. Okay, when we talk about the lifestyle, comparing lifestyle between Nepal and America, boy, when I landed in America, everything was different. It was like a equator. It was like totally upside down. I was like, where the hell I ended at one point. I got so frustrated because one day when you eat burger, it feels so good. 2 days, okay, 3 days, 4th day, you start craving for your rice and your Nepali food. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the food habit. Okay, food habit was totally different. As I said, I was born and raised over here, and I spent almost 23 years, and then I went there, and there's no way I was going to mingle over there. If I'm saying I coped up well, I am lying or I'm compromising my life. So food style was totally different, and the food, you will not get calories, and I cook that well. But let me give you an example of my friend. No matter what American we eat, my friend has to come to apartment. It was not me, I don't know, and he has to cook some rice and eat that one. And because he said that if I'm not eating rice, I cannot quench my hunger. So this is what was happening. So there was an end. When it comes to study, okay, let me get to study. Okay, when it comes to, it was more informal. Okay, don't get confused. Over here, we have so much of classroom etiquette to follow. We have so much discipline to maintain. Over there, okay, I think I tried to use this in my class also. It didn't work out good. Is said no disturb policy. Okay, you come to class, you don't come to class, they don't care. But still, you have to maintain a certain attendance. And you come to class just for sleeping, that's fine. They don't even care if you are not disturbing others, because they can afford to do that because they have great resources. Once you go to the library, you can get any book for, if they don't have book, and you just give the name and the book is available in the market, the library will buy it for you and you can keep that book. So that's why you have that easiness of study. And then you get extra classes if you are having trouble in some subjects. Then in America, you can just ask for the extra classes and they will manage that for you for free of cost. But over there, we have to make sure that we study whatever we study in our 1.5 allotted time. That's the only thing that's the best we'll get, because the teacher will not repeat the class for you. And if you are not relying on the teacher's resources, the library cannot get you those resources. So you have to be in the classroom environment. And there are other etiquettes, okay, like eating with hand and eating with spoon and fork is something totally different, because I don't know, sometimes eating chicken nuggets with, I thought like I'll just take it between my fingers and eat it. But no, sometimes in formal places, I have to hold the fork in the left hand and then knife in the right hand, and I have to cut it nicely. So those are so many things. I mean, that was a good learning path also. So, okay, something very funny when it comes to toilet using also, Americans are so peculiar. They don't want to touch their food. Okay, but we Nepalese have a habit of touching the food while going in and while coming out. So we use hand. But over there, they use toilet paper. Okay, they use all those forks. So when the pandemic broke down, the only thing the America was worried about the supply of the toilet paper. Okay, so those were the things. It was so great learning experience, and everything was new. And over there also people are so happy because they don't have to worry about so many things. Okay, people over there, even students, are happy because for citizens over there, they don't have to pay much money. They get good scholarship. So whenever they go, they laugh at you, they smile at you, they try to talk to you. But over there, we have so much things running in my mind. So whenever I'm going to college or when I'm walking, sometimes we don't talk to each other because there is no way we can do that. But over there, no matter if you are a random person, they will say, hi, hello, how are you? So at first I was thinking like, am I really famous that they are talking to me? No, it was just a regular habit. So there's so many things, for now I'll cover this much. Anything in particular you want to ask me about lifestyle so that I can compare, you just gave me a very wide one.
Just in general, overall lifestyle.
In general, lifestyle in America is very independent. Okay, as soon as they turn 18, okay, they don't live with their parents.
Beside of all those good things, was there anything that you thought that this was better in my own country?
Yeah, absolutely. Like in my the earlier conversation, also I said so many good things about Nepal, because eating with hand, feeling the texture of your food, and then things we are kind of following the Western cosmology. We are kind of adopting the American culture in capital itself. We are more like American style of living. We don't know who is living next door. But when we go to Rolpa, as the plot from my novel itself, if you have read the one how Jaws survives, he lived in a house for 3 months with the old couple, and they even didn't ask him for money, and he was so many times he was having that feeling like, oh God, I wish I was born in Nepal. It's such a nice country, but still, and the character, because for you are understanding what I'm trying to say. For other people, no, you are American. Well, no, I like Nepal better. There's so many things better, but he struggles so many things. So that's the comparison I did. Yeah, obviously. So Nepal is, when it comes to making people, when it comes to hospitality, Nepal is better. How they treat the guests. If you happen to go to American place, maybe it had happened to me. I attended some marriage parties in America, and it happened in the church, and by the end of the after the marriage, I came out just by eating some tea, coffee, and cookies. But in Nepal, when you have a marriage ceremony going on, you eat loads, and you get rewarded with gifts and all those. So I just compare that the life is more fun when it comes to those parties and stuff. But when it comes to independency, future career, I think lifestyle is better. That's why it's the most developed and powerful.
Sir, अलिकति क्वेसन ट्विस्ट गर्छु सर, आई लाग्छ नेपाली है सर। इन हाम्रो जेनरल कन्टेक्स्टमा सर, हाम्रो जेनरल मिडल क्लास फ्यामिलीमा चाहिँ हाम्रो छोराछोरीहरू विदेश पठाउनु हुँदैन, उतै अड्किन्छ, उतै हराउँछ भन्ने कन्सेप्ट छ जेनरल नेपालीको। अनि त हजुरलाई के लाग्छ, त्यहाँ उनीहरूलाई एट्र्याक्ट गर्ने कुरा लाइफस्टाइल हो कि अरू केही छ? मान्छे एब्रोड स्टेट जाँदाखेरि उतै हराउने हामीहरू कारण के छ?
हैन, अब यो क्वेसनमा यति गम्भीरपना छ कि अब तिमीले मिडल क्लास भन्ने बित्तिकै त्यहाँ लाइफस्टाइलले तान्ने भन्दा पनि त्यहाँ एउटा बाध्यताले तान्छ। मिडल क्लास भन्ने बित्तिकै अब म पनि मिडल क्लासबाटै गएको थिएँ अमेरिका, हैन। अब
इन जनरल भनेको चाहिँ लगभग सबै
मिडल क्लास भने जस्तो जनरल भइ नै हाल्यो नि। मिडल क्लासमै इन जनरल, म मिडल क्लास नै भयो, म जनरलमा परे। भनेपछि अमेरिका जाँदाखेरि अलिकति हुन्छ नि, ऋण लिएरै जानुपर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ। अब त्यो पैसाको अब त्यहाँ पढ्नु पर्यो, अब एकचोटिको लगानी गरिसकेपछि अब त्यहाँ कलेजको अब स्कलरसिप राम्रो भएन भने कमाउँदै तिर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ, र एउटा भुमरीमा पनि परिन्छ भनौँ न। किनकि अब मैले अब यति लगानी गरेपछि यति पढिसकेँ, अब नेपाल आएर यसको प्रतिफल त मलाई पाउन गाह्रो हुन्छ। नेपाल गएर म काम पाउँछु पाउँदिनँ। अब त्यहाँ पनि अब त्यहाँ चाहिँ फेरि अमेरिकामा एउटा राम्रो कुरा के छ भनेपछि काम पाइन्छ। अब पढाइकै अन्तर्गतकै काम होला भन्न सक्दैन। अब रेस्टुरेन्टमा काम गर्न सकिन्छ, फेरि कामलाई भ्यालु पनि गर्छ, पैसा पनि राम्रै हुन्छ। अब त्यो अनुसारले उनीहरूले चाहिँ यसरी हिसाब गर्न थाल्छ कि फेरि यो पढाइको पैसा मैले उठाएँ, एटलिस्ट अब मिडल क्लास भनेपछि काठमाडौँमा एउटा घरसम्म बनाउन सके चाहिँ म फर्किन्थेँ भन्ने सोच्छन्। अब घरको पैसा कमाउँदा 10-15 वर्ष 12 वर्ष भइसक्छ, त्यसपछि उनीहरूलाई अब यस्तो हुन्छ कि इट्स लाइक वान वे ट्राफिक भइसक्छ। अब म फर्केर पनि जान खैरे भन्दा नि यहाँ बस्दाखेरि राम्रो हुन्छ। अब पैसा मैले आफ्नो परिवारलाई पठाइदिएकै छु। अब त्यो एउटा बाध्यता हुन्छ। पढाइले पनि तान्छ। अब कसैको केसमा चाहिँ अब मिडल क्लास नै छोडिरहेको छ भने मिडल क्लासमा भयो, उनीहरूले पढ्यो, राम्रो पढ्ने बित्तिकै राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी पायो, राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी पाउँदैकै अब लाइफस्टाइल उनीहरूको अलिकति अपग्रेड भइहाल्छ। अनि त्यसपछि फ्यामिलीलाई नै यता बोलाउने, अब हुन्छ नि, अब बिहे गरेर छैन, बिहे गरेर उतै जाने, उतै इन्जोय गर्न सक्छ। अब मिडल क्लासले चाहिँ अब त्यसलाई अब फेरि राम्रो नराम्रो म केही पनि भन्दिनँ, त्यो आफ्नो पर्सेप्सन हो। किनकि जहाँ भए पनि कोही खुसी छ भनेपछि त्यसमा केही भन्नु मिलेन। मेरो केसमा चाहिँ मैले के देखेँ भनेपछि अब क्रिएटिभ मान्छे भइसकेपछि मलाई अमेरिका भन्दा नि नेपालमा अलिकति भ्यालु बढी हुन्छ कि बुकहरू गर्दाखेरि उता त कति मान्छेले बुक लेख्छ, कति मान्छेहरू मर्छ कति छ। नेपालमा अलिकति मेहनत गऱ्यो भने बिस्तारै एउटा धरातल बनाउँदै गयो भने पछि अमेरिकामा अझै राम्रो हुनसक्छ कि भनेर मैले चाहिँ नेपाल चाहिँ अब आफ्नो कारणले हो। तर त्यो बस्ने मिडल क्लास भन्ने बित्तिकै त्यो बस्ने लोवर क्लासले त अब त्यति जान पनि हिम्मत गर्दैन। अनि मिडल क्लासले चाहिँ उता बस्ने, किनकि त्यो एउटा पर्चेसिङ पावर, इकोनोमी, उनीहरूको त्यो लाइफस्टाइल इन्हान्समेन्ट, इन्डिपेन्डेन्सीले पनि गर्दाखेरि उता बस्न रुचाउँछ।
सर, अनि हजुरलाई अब आफ्टर दिस पेन्डेमिक हजुरलाई के लाग्छ, अब एब्रोड स्टडीको फ्युचर कस्तो छ होला? अब हामी युथहरूले चाहिँ अब एब्रोड स्टडीको बारेमा कसरी सोच्ने, त्यसको प्लानिङ गर्ने कि नगर्ने, मतलब योबाट हामीले के लेसन सिक्यौँ कि अब के होला जस्तो लाग्छ हजुरलाई? अबको
pandemic or abroad studies are not connected. केही पनि कनेक्सन छैन। पेन्डेमिक भयो, अब इट जस्ट ह्यापन टु बी, त्यो हुनु थियो भयो। अब त्यो एब्रोड स्टडिजलाई अलिकति यसले चाहिँ टर्मेन्ट बनायो। अब किनकि अब अहिले प्लेनै चल्दैन हैन, अब हिँडेर जान पनि पाइँदैन हैन, अब पौडी खेलेर त जाने कुरै भएन। जस्ट जोक्स अपार्ट
यसमा मैले जोड्न खोजेको कुरा जस्तै अब अहिले हाम्रो प्राइम मिनिस्टरको ट्रोलहरू पनि आइरहेछ हामीहरू बेसाराउदा खाने हामी हेल्दी फुड खाने लाइफस्टाइल हाम्रो राम्रो भएको उता फ्रिजमा राखेको खानाहरू खाने उता केसहरू उता डेथ रेट बढी छ हाम्रो लाइफस्टाइलले अलिक इम्युनिटी पावर बढी छ भन्ने कुराहरू पनि आइरहेको छ नि ट्रोलको रूपमा होस् या फ्याक्टको रूपमा अनि त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ हजुरलाई कस्तो लाग्छ अब मान्छे रियलाइज गर्यो हाम्रो यतिको लाइफस्टाइल ठिक छ भनेर यतै बस्ला कि होइन फाइन हामी कोप गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर यस्तो बेलामा दुई ठाउँको लाइफस्टाइलले कसरी आफ्नो रोल प्ले गरिरहेको हुन्छ
ल अब यो क्वेसनमा चाहिँ ठ्याक्क जनरलाइज भयो मैले भन्न सक्छु पहिलो कुरा जसले पनि ट्रोलहरू बनाइरहेको छ सुपर क्रिएटिभ छ मैले पनि ट्रोल बनाउँछु होइन त्यो क्रिएटिभ माइन्ड भएपछि ट्रोलहरू बनाउनु लाग्छ होइन अब लाइफस्टाइल कम्पेरिजन गर्दाखेरि फ्रिजको खाना अब फ्रिजको खानामा चाहिँ खास हेल्दी खाना के हो त होइन अब हामीले मासु खान्छ इफ यु आर अ मिट इटर अहिले यो जहाँ पनि रिसर्च गर्नुहुन्छ द प्रपर वे अफ इटिङ मिट मासु खाने प्रपर वे भनेको फ्रेस मिट कहिले पनि खानु जहिले पनि मासु काट्यो हामीले 24 घण्टा त्यसलाई फ्रोजन गरायो अनि त्यसको सबै ब्याक्टेरिया जान्छ त्यसलाई अनि थ गरेर अनि खाने हो क्या त्यसरी भएपछि मासुबाट लाग्ने रोगहरू लाग्दैन होइन अब उहाँले मासु जोड्नु भएको छैन होला फ्रिजमा राखेर अब अभियसली होइन अब बारीबाट टिपेर खाएको फल बर्दियामा होला आँपहरू फलेर होला त्यसमा छुट्टै मजा छ छुट्टै हेल्दी छ अब त्यस्तो नभए पनि होइन अब अमेरिकामा पनि अब प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूले भन्नुभयो होइन त्यो अब उहाँले एउटा जनरलाइज गर्नुभयो अमेरिकामा त अझ यस्तो यो हामीले चाहिँ बाहिरको एउटा बर्गरहरू त्यो एकदम उनीहरू चाहिँ क्यालोरी काउन्ट गरेर खाने कुराहरू फेरि अब यसमा दुई किसिमको कुरा आउँछ फेरि अमेरिकाको ओबिसिटी रेटहरू पनि संसारमै हायेस्ट छ नेपालमा त अब कति परिवारले खानै पाउँदैन भनेपछि मोटाउने कुरै पनि हुँदैन सो अमेरिकामा त्यो कल्चर छ फ्रेस फ्रुट्सहरू त अभियसली फ्रेस खाने एप्पलको अर्चर्ड नै हुन्छ त्यहाँ गएर खाने फ्रेस फ्रुट्सहरू नै हुन्छ किनकि त्यहाँ त अब हाइएस्ट प्रोड्युसर अफ कर्न मेज त्यसपछि त्यो हुन्छ त्यो फ्रिजमा चाहिँ उनीहरूले आफ्नो कन्भिनियन्सको लागि राखेको हुन्छ तर फ्रिजमा राखेको खानाले नट नेसेसरीली नराम्रो गर्दैन किनभने नेपालको चाहिँ फेरि फ्रिजको खानाले नराम्रो किन भयो भन्दाखेरि अहिले चाहिँ अब थ्याङ्क्स टु कुलमान सर है मैले कुलमान सरबाट पाएको एवार्ड पनि लिइरहेको छु थ्याङ्क्स टु कुलमान सर उहाँले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अहिले पावर आउटेज स्थिति हुँदैन पहिला यो लोड सेडिङको बेला फ्रिजमा राख्नु भनेको झन् अभिशाप हुन्थ्यो त्यो पावर इन एन्ड आउटले गर्दाखेरि सायद त्यो फ्रिजको खानाले नराम्रो तर फ्रिजले यदि पावर आउट भएको छैन भने फ्रिजको खानाले कहिले पनि नराम्रो गर्दैन सो लाइफस्टाइलको लागि छ भने त अब लाइफस्टाइलले नेपालमै छ भनेर अब कम्पेयर गर्यो भने नेपाललाई पनि कम्स टु ठ्याक्कै मैले डेटा चाहिँ अलिकति तलमाथि हुन सक्छ नेपालको यो लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेन्सी पनि त अरू कम्पेयरमा 67 मा छ 122 मा छ भनेपछि खासै लाइफस्टाइल राम्रो भावे त हुँदैन थियो त्यसो भए त जापानको सबभन्दा बढी जापान नै गएर बसे पनि हुन्थ्यो सो त्यस्तोले फरक पर्दैन अब कम्पेरिजन गर्यो स्ट्याटिस्टिक्सले नै गर्यो हामीले फ्याक्टमै हेऱ्यो भने लाइफस्टाइल चाहिँ अमेरिकाको हेल्दी नै छ हेल्दी छ अमेरिका नेपालको अब सम्माननीय प्रधानमन्त्रीले आफ्नो तरिकाले भन्नुभयो होइन किनकि त्यो बेला एउटा मोटिभेसन पनि होस् कोरोना नडर भन्नुभयो तर योलाई अहिले अब म दुई चारवटा त्यो चनलहरू पनि फरवर्ड गरिदिउँला त्यसमा गर्दाखेरि लाइफस्टाइलले गर्दाखेरि नै ओहो अमेरिकाको लाइफस्टाइलले चाहिँ मेरो इम्युनिटी पावर कम हुन्छ त्यो भनेर चाहिँ त्यही कारणले चाहिँ बाहिर नजानु भनेर चाहिँ सजेस्ट गर्दैन अरू केही छ अब ग्रेडै राम्रो आएन आइएसमा स्कोरै आएन भने चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ अब ब्याङ्क ब्यालेन्सै पुगेन मिडल क्लास भनेपछि त्यो चाहिँ अब लाइफस्टाइलले गर्दाखेरि अमेरिकामा बरु त्यहाँको स्वच्छ हावा पानीले गर्दाखेरि 4-5 वर्ष नेपालभन्दा यो चाहिँ म ग्यारेन्टी हुन्छ बढी भएको छ
ओके सर यतिखेर जुन हामी जसरी अब क्रिएटिभिटी र दुई ठाउँको लाइफस्टाइल कम्पेयर गरिरहेको छौँ नि सर अनि यसको चाहिँ सबभन्दा वन्डरफुल इक्जाम्पल मैले भेटेको चाहिँ हजुरको बुकमा हो के जुन कन्ट्रास्ट आएको छ नि मतलब यो आइडिया कहाँबाट आयो हजुरको दिमागमा कसरी इम्प्लान्ट भयो मतलब हजुरले आफै भोगेको भएर हो कि अलिकति त्यसको बारेमा थोरै सर
होइन थोरै भन्दा नि म ठिक्क भन्छु थोरैमा त आफ्नो बुकको प्रमोसनको यस्तो मौकामा कहाँ थोरै हुन्छ होइन होइन बुक राइटिङ चाहिँ अब मेरो यस्तो थियो पहिलेदेखि नै मैले भन्ने मेरो क्रिएटिभ अब पत्रिका स्कुलको म्यागजिनमा नि पोएमहरू छापिने साथीहरूले पनि है मलाई यस्तो पोएम लेखेर देऊ यसलाई प्रपोज गर्नु छ भने त्यसको लाइफ टिनेज लाइफमा मैले लेखेकै पोएमबाट उनीहरूले कतिलाई अब हुन्छ त्यस्तो भयो अनि बिस्तारै मैले चाहिँ पढ्न पनि मेजर इङ्ग्लिस पढेँ नोभेलहरूतिर नजिक भयो अब त्यो चाहिँ म बाई द एन्ड अफ द डे म नोभेल लेख्नु थियो एउटा किनकि मैले सिनेमेटिक आर्ट्समा पनि वी हेभ टु राइट सर्ट स्टोरी अनि त्यसलाई नै बिस्तारै बढाएर लगेर नोभेल नै लेख्ने हो अनि मैले चाहिँ अब यस्तो सोचेँ कि अलिकति मार्केटिङ पोइन्ट अफ भ्यूले पनि नेपालको नलेज त मलाई छ हैन मैले अब अमेरिकामा पढ्ने अडियन्सले त नेपाल भन्नु पर्छ तर नेपालको अडियन्सले त के भन्नु पर्छ ए अमेरिका किनकि मलाई त दुईटै एक्सपिरियन्स छ मैले त अमेरिकामा 6 वर्ष बसेँ अनि म त हुर्केको पाटन बैतडीमा भयो काठमाडौँ बसेपछि त्यो नेपालको एउटा लाइफस्टाइल हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो जुन मैले रोल्पामा देखाएको छु त्यो त मेरो घरमा हाम्रो सबै भइराख्ने कुरा थियो अब पहिला थियो अहिले त चेन्ज भएको छ त्यो सेटिङ पनि त 1990s कै छ नि त पहिला पनि अब बास माग्ने अतिथि देवो भव थियो अनि त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ अब क्रिएटिभ वे अब चाहिँ क्रिएटिभ सेन्सेस मेरो क्लिक गर्छ क्रिएटिभ वेजमा चाहिँ अब चाहिँ यसलाई क्रिएटिभ तरिकाले मैले ब्लेन्ड गरेँ भने अलिकति राम्रो स्टोरी टेलिङ भयो भने सायद मन पराउँछन् कि भनेर मैले त्यसरी लेख्न थालेको अब लेख्दै गइयो कुन कुरा एड गर्ने कुन नगर्ने अब त्यसमा त एउटा सर्टन फर्मेट त गर्नु पर्यो अनि त्यो भइसकेपछि अनि बुक चाहिँ त्यसरी आयो अब बिस्तारै भन्यो राम्रै पनि भयो हैन आई एम गेटिङ ग्रेट फिडब्याक्स थ्याङ्क्स टु अल अफ यु
Sir, wonderful, sir. Masterpiece.
Thank you very much.
That's all, sir. लामै भयो मेरो क्वेशन माथि क्वेशन हो
हैन ठीक छ यो त हैन यो घुमी फिरी बुक प्रमोसन तिर आउन मैले एकदम
टपिक नै यस्तो छ सर जति कुरा गरिनु सक्छ
हैन म त
गेस्ट महेन्द्र प्रसाद जोशी भनेपछि अलिकति बोलेर थाकिदैन
हैन थाकिदैन अब हामी त टिचर मान्छे हैन बोल्ने कामै हो हैन बोलिसकेपछि अब 3 आवर्स नन स्टप पनि बोल्नु पर्ने हुन्छ कहिले काहीँ त त्यसपछि
लास्टमा एउटा भन्छु सर हजुर चाहिँ जुन किसिमले नेपालबाट युएसए जाँदा र युएसए मा गएर अलिकति अलि दिन बसिसके अलि वर्ष बसिसकेपछि नेपाल आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ हजुर लाइफस्टाइल चेन्ज हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ हजुरले फिल गरेको च्यालेन्जेसहरू कस्तो थियो सर
अनि लाइफस्टाइल त वाज वेल प्रिपेयर्ड किनकि त्यस्तो च्यालेन्ज भनेर अब म त्यस्तो वारमा गएको होइन केही पनि होइन अनि काठमाडौँमै अब मेरो लिभिङ भइरहेको हुनाले अमेरिकाबाट आइसकेपछि अब काठमाडौँमा त्यस्तो मैले त अझ लाइफस्टाइलमा च्यालेन्जेस भन्दा नि इन्जोय नै गरेँ किनकि have I been born in अमेरिकामै बोर्न भएर त्यही रेस भएर म नेपाल पहिलोपल्ट आएँ मेरो जस्टै सिचुएसन होइन टोयलेटदेखि लिएर खाना हातले खाना हेरी बोल्नेदेखि लिएर पिर्कामा बस्नु नसक्ने अवस्था हुन्थ्यो अब म त 6 वर्ष गएँ बिचमा म दुई चोटि आएको पनि थिएँ होइन त्यही भएर त्यस्तो मेरो केसमा चाहिँ अब यसमा चाहिँ खासै अब नकम्काइ भन्दाखेरि केही पनि चेन्ज भएन किनकि अब
इन जनरल कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यतिखेर च्यालेन्ज आउला कि नआउला सर
इन जनरल अब यो उमेरमा एउटा सडन 20-22 वर्षको भइसकेर 8-10 वर्ष बसिसकेपछि आउन चाहिँ च्यालेन्ज हुँदैन तर लेट्स से यु वेन्ट देयर तिमी चाहिँ त्यहाँ 5 वर्ष हुँदाखेरि गयो होइन 5 वर्ष हुँदाखेरि गयो तर अब 25 वर्षमा नेपाल आउँदाखेरि त चेन्ज होइन त्यो तिमीलाई एकदम गाह्रै हुन्छ कहिले म यहाँबाट उम्केर जाउँ के हो यो होइन जस्तै नोबेलमा नि त मेरो त्यही कम्पेरिजन छ म त ओहो यस्तो ठाउँमा यस्तो पनि खान्छन् भने जस्तो हुन्छ क्या जस्तै अब उनीहरूको त अब यो हातले खाने बानी नै हुँदैन अमेरिकाले अब हुँदैन अब मासुको कुराहरू अब उताको खाने स्टाइल यता अब अमेरिकामा यस एउटा कुरा याद आइहाल्यो अब अमेरिकामा चाहिँ चिकन भनेपछि त्यति बोनवाला चिकन खाँदैन अभियसली बोनवाला चिकन त्यति खाँदैन किनकि चम्चाले खानुपर्छ उनीहरूको त्यो बानी नै हुँदैन अब हामीलाई चाहिँ अब चिकन विथ बोन हुँदाखेरि मैले एकजना साथीलाई अमेरिकन साथीलाई घर बोलाएको थिएँ अब आई डिन्ट नो द्याट उनीहरूले गाह्रो हुन्छ नि कसरी खाने हो म्यान यस्तो पनि खान्छौ तिमीहरू कसरी खान्छौ त्यो त हामी सक्दैनौँ तात भाँचिन्छ मतलब उनीहरूलाई त्यो टोटली डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ अब त्यही कुरा त 5 वर्षकोलाई हुन्छ तर म त अब त्यहाँ गएँ होइन नेपालमा यस्तो छ भने चाहिँ खासै त्यस्तो अब कुनै ठ्याक्कै पर्टिकुलर कुनैमा सोच्यो भने चाहिँ हुन्छ होला होइन अब पछिको जब अपर्च्युनिटिज फियर अफ फ्युचर होइन मेरो पछि के होला म अमेरिकामा यस्तो कमाइरहेको थिएँ अब गाडी चढिरहेको थिएँ म अमेरिकामा त अभियसली गाडीको एउटा किन्ने सस्तो हुन्छ नेपालमा त हो म गाडी चाहिँ चढ्न पाउँदिनँ त्यस्तो चेन्ज चाहिँ हुन्छ तर लाइफस्टाइलमा त खासै यो रेगुलर मोडस अपरान्डले हुन्छ नि त्यो 24 आवर्सको स्पेनमा त्यस्तो केही पनि चेन्ज नहोला एज फ्याक्टर मैले भने
ओके थ्याङ्क यू सर थ्याङ्क यू
वेलकम
सर अब हाम्रो कन्ट्रीमा चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट इकोनोमिक ब्याकग्राउन्डको मान्छेहरू हुनुहुन्छ नि त हाम्रो कन्ट्रीमा चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट इकोनोमिक ब्याकग्राउन्डको मान्छेहरू हुनुहुन्छ सो यो पेन्डेमिकमा चाहिँ हामी सबैजना सफर गरिरहेछौँ नि त सो हाउ डु यु थिङ्क द ongoing pandemic has affected the lifestyle of Nepalese belonging to different economic backgrounds?
Absolutely, the pandemic has really hit hard the country, and even not a single, you cannot find a single individual who will say that I'm not being affected. From higher class to middle class, lower middle class to lower class to like suppressed class, every group of people are getting affected. This was a question. Sorry, I just got carried away. अब यसले के गर्ने असर भएको छ यसलाई के गर्ने रेमेडिज हो कि
How do you think the ongoing pandemic has affected the lifestyle of Nepalese belonging to different economic
Okay.
backgrounds?
अब जस्तै अब यस्तो हुन्छ अब यसमा त अभियसली जहिले पनि यो त एउटा थ्योरी नै हो हायर क्लास को मान्छेलाई एउटा सर्टन टाइमसम्म खासै प्रब्लम हुँदैन बिकज सुरुको इफ यु रिमेम्बर दोज 15 days ओके 15 days 20 days को लाइफ हायर क्लास पिपल अब इन्स्टाग्राममा स्टोरिजहरू स्विमिङ पुलको घरमा अब बसेको त्यो चाहिँ अब टप हायर क्लास भने मैले होइन अब उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा भेकेसन जस्तो फ्यामिलीसँग टाइम बिताउनु पाएको थियो खासै एउटा सर्टन टाइमसँग भएन अब मिडल क्लासलाई पनि ठिकै छ फ्यामिलीले त्यति टाइम दिन पाएको थिएन काम थियो इन्जोय नै गरिरहेको थियो एउटा सर्टन टाइम जस्तै 1 महिनाको टाइम छ अब लोवर क्लासले त रातको लागि दौडिनु परिरहेको थियो दे वर ह्याभिङ सो मच टाइम अब आज के खाने भोलि के खाने भन्ने समस्या होइन एन्ड दे वर ह्याभिङ सो मच अफ ट्रबल गोइङ देयर एन्ड लुकिङ फर दोज रिलिफ प्याकेजेस अब त्यसले चाहिँ एकदम असर गर्यो अब ठुलो अहिले चाहिँ अब आफ्टर 1 month आफ्टर 1 month चाहिँ अब लोवरको त अब त्यही लाइफस्टाइल नै छ उनीहरूलाई त अझै पनि गाह्रो छ अब चाहिँ बिस्तारै त्यो चेनले चाहिँ मिडल क्लासलाई पनि हानिरहेको छ मिडल क्लासलाई पनि ओहो मेरो त कमाएको त सिद्धिन पो लाग्यो त अब के गर्ने होइन उनीहरूलाई छ अब ठुलो क्लासलाई चाहिँ अब यस्तो हुन्छ कि बिकज ठुलो क्लास हुँदा उनीहरूको बिजनेस पनि ठुलो छ रिस्क पनि ठुलो छ अब चाहिँ यस्तो हुनसक्छ कि यो चेन चाहिँ यो अब यो पेन्डेमिकले चाहिँ यो इकोनोमिक्सको थ्योरीहरू पनि फेल गरिदिएको छ अब चाहिँ ठुलो मान्छेहरू यु नेभर नो दे माइट बी ब्याङ्क्रप्ट सडकमै आउन सक्नुहुन्छ किनकि उनीहरूको लगानी ठुलो छ अहिले अब आज भर्खरको समाचार हो थमेलमा आज 100वटा पसलहरू उनीहरूले खाली गरिसक्यो अब थमेलमै पसल खोल्ने भनेपछि उनीहरूलाई हायर क्लासमा राखौँ किनकि उनीहरूले अब बिजनेस छैन टुरिज्म छैन 1 महिनासम्म त उनीहरूको अब पहिलाको सेभिङ थियो होला अब उनीहरू दे क्यानट डु एनिथिङ अब होटलको बिजनेसहरू ब्याङ्कको ब्याजहरू हुन्छ सबै कुराले चाहिँ एकदम गाह्रो गरेर सायद अब यो पेन्डेमिकको सिचुएसन यस्तै 6-7 महिना रह्यो भने सायद नेपालमा एउटै मात्र क्लास हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ लोवर क्लास हुन्छ नि अब हुन्छ नि हायर क्लास पनि अब बाहिरबाट राम्रो लुगा लाए पनि भित्रबाट खोक्रो भइसकेको हुन्छ किनकि त्यो एउटा उनीहरूले मिट गर्नै सक्दैन ब्याङ्क्रप्सी नै फाइल गर्नुपर्छ अब मिडल क्लासको त अभियसली हुन्छ लोवर क्लास भनेको अब त्यसपछि अब सरकारले नै हेर्नुपर्ने हो कि किनकि अब अमेरिकामा चाहिँ अहिले के गरेछ नि बबस सुरु गरिरहेको थियो अमेरिका जोडिहाल्छु अमेरिकामा चाहिँ अब अहिलेको केसमा चाहिँ उनीहरूले चाहिँ यो स्टिमुलस प्याकेज ल्याएर अब कति महिना थान्छ त्यो इकोनोमी डाउन होस् भनेर मिनिमम पे दिइरहेछ $700 per week त्यो भएपछि त उनीहरूले खानालाई एक्स्ट्रा खर्च गर्नु परेन त्यही भएर लकडाउन पनि उनीहरूले धेरै राख्न सकेन बिकज द वर्ल्ड शुड मुभिङ किप मुभिङ अब आई डोन्ट नो इफ आई हेभ टु ओके रेज ए ह्यान्ड हु वान्ट्स टु गेट दिस pandemic gets over and the life comes to normalcy despite the risk you want that to happen sort of अब अलिकति खुलोस् बजार चलायमान होस् भन्ने ओके सुकृति what do you think raise your hand खुलोस् कि नखुलोस् खुल्नु पर्छ कि पर्दैन what do you think सलिना what do you think के अझै लकडाउन बढाउनु पर्छ अब त यस्तो भइसक्यो कि कोरोनाको फियर पनि बढ्दैछ कोरोनाको फियर बढ्दैछ तर मान्छेको फियर घट्दैछ किनकि अब अहिले त अब आइरहेछ नि त ठोल पनि अब रोगभन्दा भोग ठुलो भइसक्यो सो अब यसलाई तिनटेले हान्नेछ अब 1 महिनासम्म चाहिँ कन्क्लुजन 1 महिनासम्म चाहिँ खासै फरक पर्दैन त्यसले केही असर गर्दैन लोवर त सधैँ लोवर नै भयो तर अब यो जति बढ्दै गयो त्यति चाहिँ अब यसको ग्राफ चाहिँ ठुलो मान्छेहरूको चाहिँ तल आउँछ लोवर लेभलको त अब अहिले त लगभग उनीहरूले सानसानो काम गरे उनीहरूको एक्सपेक्टेसन पनि हाई हुँदैन इन्कम पनि हाई हुँदैन उनीहरूको लाइफस्टाइल पनि हाई हुँदैन अब ठुलो मान्छेहरूको अपरेटिङ कस्टदेखि लिएर अब गाडीको किस्तादेखि लिएर घरको ब्याङ्कको लोनहरू गर्दाखेरि सायद अब यो वी आर रनिङ अन आवर 3rd month अफ आवर पेन्डेमिक यो लकडाउन भनौँ न अलिकति लुज भएको छ तर कति ब्यालेन्स देखिसकेको छ नि त मै हुँ भन्ने धनी मान्छेहरू नै अब एकचोटि हामीले ट्रोल पनि बनाएको थियो राहत सुरुमा जस्तो ट्रोल है फेरि यो जस्तो जो सायद हामीले यो ट्रोल पेजमा बनाएको थियो सुरुको 1 महिना चाहिँ राहत दिइरहेको थियो कि अब ठुलो मान्छेहरूले अब 1 महिना चाहिँ पैसा आफै राहतको लाइनमा थियो कि अब त्यस्तो हुनसक्छ तर यो त यस्तो हो धेरै लामो त नचल्ला धेरै लामो चल्यो भने चाहिँ यसले चाहिँ दिस विल जस्ट इट विल बी अ च्यालेन्ज टु अ ह्युमन रेस मैले एउटा ठाउँमा पढेको थिएँ सायद यो 1 वर्ष संसारभरि नै यो एकदम यसले गर्यो भने ह्युमन रेसलाई नै च्यालेन्ज गर्छ
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Sunil.
So I'm going to be asking another question, right, sir?
Sure.
Being all of us being active users of social media, I know we can see that people on the platforms are publicizing healthy lifestyle as a luxury. So how to what extent do you think that it is healthy that social media platforms are publicizing healthy lifestyle as a luxury?
Okay, when it comes to social media, okay, social media is let me use that as a sugar-coated capsule. Okay, it's just makes you feel good, but it is not good in the long term. Okay, they only fabricate information because in social media, when they are saying promoting lifestyle and all those, it's not the real picture what they are showing. Okay, social media is always, if you know, there is a human behavior that is called narcissism. Okay, people are always, they always feel happy when somebody praises you. Okay, giving an example. Okay, let's say you have a family portrait taken. Okay, let's say all your uncle or all the joint family. When you get the picture, first of all, your eyes will look to find your own picture. When I'm okay, I'm looking good. Okay, then oh my, whom you love. So this is how narcissist behaves, kicks into people. So when people are promoting lifestyle in social media, there we might always have a sense of doubt that they are giving us a fake information. So let's say joining gym for 2 days and they are just showing live videos, but after 3 or 4 days they are not there, and they are just using those picture of going to gym and just telling people that yeah, the healthy work, healthy lifestyle is going to gym. So social media is something, you don't want to trust what is happening to the other side of the picture. So, I mean, there are certain pages, like from personal accounts, I don't really, doesn't matter, but there are certain pages like the way they promote healthy lifestyle, authorized pages. If you can go there and take some tips, okay, I can always recommend. There is one Fit Life, Gym Life, and they will just show you, and they are the real pictures. So, lifestyle and social media can be a little tricky at times because they will not show you what is bad. When I was in America, I was working like an ass sometimes, washing dishes at times, for my college. But I'll never post those pictures. I'll only post a picture where I'm happy, when I'm having a great lifestyle, Starbucks coffee, okay, then fancy burger and driving a car, and so that's something I'll show. But they don't want, so they will just start thinking, oh, this lifestyle is good, and they might get it. So when it comes to social media and lifestyle, cross your fingers, and I think use your conscience. And
Excellent answer, sir. Thank you so much.
thank you, thank you,
My
Sudiksha.
next question is going to be, what would be your ideal lifestyle if there were no barriers?
Oh wow. If you have read my novel, and I always fantasize a life of being a nomad, like where I don't have any schedule. You said the ideal lifestyle, which is more like a fiction than a fact. So I sometimes always believe that I want to live in the woods, with animals. Let's say, for the morning, I want to drink the milk from the cow's udder, and then just go hunting. Those type of primitive lifestyle that always inspired me. If I want to take a shower, I want to dive deep in the river. I'm just trying to be creative, but that's what because when I watch those movies and Tarzans, being raised in with animals, where you don't have to worry about going to college and all those things. That's my more like a fantasy lifestyle. But my ideal lifestyle, because I have to be back on my shoes. The reality is, when I have a schedule, when I have a fixed schedule, because my schedule keeps on changing, because I'm still struggling with my profession and all those. So if I have a fixed schedule, maybe Friday, Saturday party, then Monday to those, and then I get a fixed time for my workout and good food to eat. That's it. And travel, maybe let's say twice a year I travel. Once I go abroad, or once I be in Nepal, exploring things. That's my lifestyle. I think I'm almost close to getting that done now. The ideal lifestyle, which I just said, maybe if the pandemic gets over and everything gets normal, I think in about a year or two, I'll be back with my lifestyle, which I just said that. But the fantasy lifestyle is maybe in the next time, if I don't know, if the new world arrives.
Okay, sir, that's so amazing that you're almost there.
But the pandemic is, I don't know how long it will push me back for those.
Yeah. So, sir, my last question for today is going to be, what are the 3 things that you would like to suggest to to the youths of the country if they want to live a healthy and good lifestyle?
Okay, healthy and good lifestyle is something very easy, and I don't think nobody can challenge me on this one. Good sleep. Okay, I know people are using social media like crazy, and in my master's degree, I just talked about the bad consequences of social media because that time in America, I went there in 2006. That's the same year Facebook was officially released, and look how Facebook. I know bottom of your heart, you always feel like Facebook has really jeopardized my lifestyle and all this. So if you get good sleep, okay, because when I was interacting, I think on one topic, somebody said that they have slept so many times and their phone was still on, or they slept that night by using social media and their battery died. So just maintain, let's say 8 hours for your age. 8 hours should be good enough. If not 6 hours to 8 hours sleep, and eat good food. Good food goes to not expensive food. It could be healthy food. Go for seasonal fruits. Okay, it's time for mango. I don't know. After this class, I'm going for lots of mangoes. And now I know Nepal, we don't have that much of a problem of obesity. But if you really want your lifestyle kicking, just do some light exercise. There are like so many apps that will make you work out with them for free. There are so many in the Play Store. I sometimes download an app for 30 minutes and you have to be sincere and they will make you, okay, come on, start running. Okay, you know what app I'm talking. So good food, healthy, good food, nice sleep, and a little bit of exercise, and everything else, you'll see the great change, and you will just work up to your potential, like going great guns.
Thank you so much, sir. Those were very helpful advices.
Thank you.
Now, Swikriti will ask the last question for this session.
Sure.
Sir, so we have a question from the audience.
Sure.
Our topic is creativity enhancement and living lifestyle. So the audience has asked that how can you interrelate creativity enhancement and living lifestyle? Aren't they two different entities?
Oh yeah, because when we finalized the topic, from back of my mind, I thought that people will ask me this question, okay, because creative enhancement and living lifestyle are two different things, totally two different, but they can be in one, okay, because if you have a good lifestyle, you can be creative, just like I talked to Sudiksha, if you have a healthy mind and body, if you are getting good food, good exercise, you are fresh enough, then your creativity will enhance. So but we can have made the session like this, just creative enhancement one, and living lifestyle could be two. But the good thing we did, and you guys did, is you blend this one. And sometimes, when I'm answering this question, I'm always getting this connection that I can embed them together and come up with something new conclusion. So yes, but they can be totally different entities, but we can unwind them together and get some new findings. That's we were getting in our. That's the main highlight of the session, that by creating these two lifestyle, because Bob is just flooded with me with the lifestyle question, and not necessarily they were creativity over there. But now when we are using creativity, I got that little bit of a reference point that I can use lifestyle so that I can promote creativity. So this is a little tricky to answer. They are different, but they can connect. Okay, one-liner conclusion.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, sir.
So we have came to the end of our today's session. So, sir, would you like to tell us a little about sequel of your book?
Okay, sequel of the book is something I really want to keep it a secret, but since you have asked me, I cannot disappoint. With the sequel of the book, I'm really working on that one, and the protagonist Joss is in a dilemma. Okay, let's not talk about that because I don't want to spill the beans on that part. And now, now let me. Let's do a little vote. Okay, because I'm in the middle way, because this is the point I have to save this one. Okay, Salina, do you want happy ending or sad ending?
I want a happy ending, sir.
Okay, Sukirti, what do you think? Because the part 2 is going to be like. You want happy ending or sad? I think I missed it.
Happy ending, sir.
Okay, Bob is
sad ending, sir.
Sad ending. Okay, now, so this chat vote will count now. Sudiksha, what do you think? You want happy ending or sad?
I'm going to go completely off the bit and say leave it on a cliffhanger.
Okay, leave it on the cliffhanger. Then again, people will start asking me where is part 3. So, okay, Sudiksha, I have to disappoint you on this one. I cannot leave this one because I will run out of my memory, brain, and everything if I have to work on the third as well. So, second one, okay, looks like the vote, Sukirti and Salina, this vote might win, but still, maybe Bob will have to bribe me if you want the sad ending. Okay, call me for a party or do something, man, if you really want the sad ending. But okay, yes, the sequel will. But the only thing I can tell you is part 2 will give you the conclusion, and you will know what will happen to all those our protagonists. And I don't think the antagonist is society itself. So there is not much. I want to add some more characters. So let's see how it comes. And let's talk about release. The pandemic has really pushed me 6 months backwards on this one because of the marketing and selling issues. So I think we should be able to release this the new Nepali year that's following. Okay, this is Asar, maybe Baisakh. So let's see. That's my plan. Otherwise, I was looking to get that on English New Year, but I think it will be pushed down to Nepali New Year.
Well, sir, we are very excited for your book, and thank you so much for your time. We enjoyed talking to you, and we wish our viewers did too.
Yes, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me here, and it was such an amazing thing. I was so excited. My lifestyle was totally changed. I could not get on I was nervous, like when I will wake up, and and the last time, thanks to the internet provider, it's all worked well. Now, even the internet goes away, we are fine. Okay, so it was all nice. Okay, so I wish you a happy day. Okay, and happy study online. I don't know how you are liking that or not. So yeah, it was nice talking to you and seeing you once again.
Thank you, sir. We are very looking forward to reading the sequel of your book.
Absolutely. Okay, so
most awaited, sir. Most awaited one.
Yes, we will have that one. I will bring it to the class, and I'll make it compulsory for all of you
not
to buy.
Not this time like part 1, sir.
What's that? Not
that
like
technical. That technical will not work, sir. That I like.
Oh no, this will work.
The author of the book saying going out of the book.
And I will add more badges to my coat, the fancy vest, and bring that on. Let's see how it goes. So, rocking, rolling, roll, pa. Okay, and just telling you a little secret. Now the new edition is coming out. It's not the part 2. It's a new edition with a new cover. Okay, we have a new cover coming up. So if I post that on the Facebook, don't get confused. It's part 2. It's just a new edition. It's just with a better picture, better author picture, and a little better pages, and the price has gone a little down compared to I sold it for you.
Sir, if you have a copy of your old one, can you show to our audience? If
the book
after this conversation, if they are willing to buy, then
okay. I'll talk about the book.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't have the physical book, but I have this one. Okay, guys. Okay. Rocking, rolling, Ropa, no, America. Okay. Okay, I got this Apple sticker over there. 100 see, and this is Joss. Okay, this guy Joss comes to Nepal. This mountain, Nepal from America. The Statue of Liberty represents America, and then okay, you have to buy that one to get more. All right, and it's available in most of the bookstore or online. If you want to know more about the book, talk to the students or just write the message. I'll reply where you can get them, or I'll bring that to your house. Oh, giving me that break of marketing my book. Thank you, Bob.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Okay, final remarks. Anything before we call it for the
we are fine. Anything more you want to add?
No, it was such a nice session. So let me know if you need any help from my side in terms of creativity and critical thinking, logical thinking. Yeah, I'm always there too. And if you think I am fit enough for any other session on a different topic, not today because the audience will get bored of seeing me. Maybe after 3-4 months, you can always feel free. I'm more like a regular or a one call ready guest, and I will be more than happy to help you out. and I wish you all the best for your club, sustainability club.
That was so easy
pages.
to communicate. Look, it was so easy to communicate with you, sir. You was so responsive to me instantly.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I haven't talked to any teacher like this.
Oh wow. Maybe it's good or bad, I don't know. All right, it must be good. Okay, I got a shirt for Rocking Rolling Roll.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So free shirt for the best reviewer. No, I think I have a prize due. Okay, let me get it. The best reviewer prize is due. I think Sugandhi won that one. I don't know. Maybe I will give it to you after the pandemic ends. Okay, because I'm always very much loyal in my words. All of you wrote great reviews, guys. No doubt.
Okay, so let's call it a day. It was a pleasure to have you, sir.
The pleasure is all mine. Thanks for inviting me, and I look forward for the success of your club. And I've been following all your pages, Instagram page, Facebook page, and you have a great mind working behind your club. You have been posting so many great things, and the session from Sarmilam, I particularly liked it. I have to say this one. And Ramesh's session was amazing. Wow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I might get a promotion with this one. All right. All right. Jokes about it.
No bad jokes.
Oh yeah, no bad jokes. Yeah, look at that. I cracked a creative joke. Okay. All right. This is like a classroom.
Yeah, of course, sir. Okay, shall we end now?
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just waiting for your, how you end it. Always. So
no one is waiting. No one is waiting to end this conversation.
Well, yeah, even me too. But